Alright, on today's video, we are going to be doing the review on the ADE automatic zooming, fast magnifying, quick dial system. Now, throughout the rest of this video, I am just going to be calling this the ADE auto zoom because that's just a lot of stuff to say. Now, it's been quite a while since I did the unboxing video on this, but we went over everything that comes in the box. We went over the instruction manual. Obviously, because of YouTube rules, I couldn't show you how to install it, but I kind of showed you the before and after of this setup. But over on my Rumble channel, I actually have a full install video on it. So at the end of this video, if you think this is something you're interested in or something that you want, I do have a very detailed video on how to install all these parts over on my Rumble channel. So what we're going to do today is take this out to the range, shoot a bunch of rounds downrange, and just see how this works, how well it functions, the reliability of it, and if it actually has a practical use. So let's go over the test gun we're using today. This is my Bear Creek Arsenal 22 Magnum upper. We've got this on an Anderson lower with an aim surplus, flat face, drop-in trigger. And the scope we are using is a Vortex Strike Eagle 1:6. And we're going to dive into that here later in the video because right now this auto zoom system only works with 2 scopes. And we're going to go over all that. Alright, everything is functioning perfectly. So let's start going over exactly how this thing works. Alright, let's start out here on the front, and we've got our control box, control module, whatever you want to call it. You do have your 2 buttons right here. This button is going to zoom you in, and this button will zoom you back out. Now this particular control has a built-in laser. The button is here in the back. You hit that to turn the laser on, and you can hit it again to turn it off. Now, in the instruction manual, it looks like in the future there are going to be 3 different types of controls. Obviously, this is the one with the laser. They are also going to have an option for a light, and they're also going to have just the control. Now, I want to explain why this is mounted the way it is, and that's because I'm left-handed. For a right-handed shooter, you will have this mounted right on the top of your rail. But for me being left-handed, this just works for me. Now, what I would personally like to have in the future is just the control. I really don't care about the light or laser, because if I just have the control part here, I can mount this on top and use my right thumb to zoom in and out. Now, if we look out here on the back of the control, we've got the cable, and this runs back to the motor on the Optic. Now, mine is going back and over top of the rail, and that's back to me being left-handed again. That's why it's ran like that. Now for a right-handed shooter, you're going to have your control mounted here, and you're going to be able to run your cable back on the side facing me all the way back to the motor, so it's going to have a nice clean look. And it does come with cable management pieces. I actually lost mine right here when I was at the range taking it in and out of the tripod. All right, now we're going to move to the back here at the Optic, and as you can see here, you have the motor. I'll go ahead and run this for you. You have this gear right here that goes over your LPVO, This actually has, I believe, 4 Allen screws in it, so you can tighten this up and get it set exactly how you want. And then on this side of the motor, which you can't see, there are teeth in there. That mates up with this gear, and that's how the auto zoom works. Now, when you get this, it does come with this mount. This is not the mount that came with the Strike Eagle, and it's a really nice mount. All the inch pounds are marked everywhere on this, so you know exactly what your torque settings are. You've got your 2 mounts here for the actual optic, and then you'll have this mount, which mounts the motor. And all of that was explained in the install video over on Rumble. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told you that this auto zoom system will only work with 2 optics, and I want to dive into that a little bit here. This obviously is the Vortex Strike Eagle 1:6, and they also have an auto zoom that works with the SIG. I do believe they call it the Tango 1:6. But as of me filming this video towards the end of December, those are your only 2 options right now. Now, what their plan in the future is to come out with some different gears to work with a lot more optics. I'm going to guess they're probably all going to be different types of LPVOs. But as of right now, this is your only option. So if you do not have the Strike Eagle or the Tango, and I do believe it has to be the 1:6, this system is not going to work for you. So hopefully in the future, we're going to see a lot more support for some different optics. So my final thoughts on this auto zoom system, I think it's pretty cool. I definitely think it's innovative, and it's something that we have not really seen. I do know there was about a year ago another type of auto zoom system, but you actually had to slide something back and forth on the rail to zoom in and out, where this is motorized. One other thing that I did say in the unboxing video was there is a little bit of noise that comes with this. Now, whether it's enough noise to cause an issue in a hunting application, I don't know, but there is definitely a little bit of motor noise when you are zooming in and out. So my favorite part about having this out at the range is when I was shooting from the tripod. It was pretty cool to be able to just hit the buttons and zoom in and out on the targets while I was shooting off of the tripod. And I think that is something that this would be good for if you are set up somewhere and you're out looking over an area where you're going to be hunting. You're on a tripod, you're scanning back and forth, left to right, and be able to zoom in and out on that area where you're hunting. I think this could possibly be a good application for that. And one other thing that I've had people leave comments and say that they think it would be useful for is like 3-gun competition. If you start out and you're shooting targets that are very close to you, and then you got to start taking some further shots, you can just hit that button and zoom out to your targets. So I'm just relaying some other comments that I've got on my other videos on this. So the next question is, do I recommend this product? And I really, right now, don't want to say that I do recommend it or I don't recommend it. I think it's pretty cool. It's very innovative, like I said. I don't know if I personally want it on this setup, because with this being 22 mag, I can reach out pretty far with this upper. So I want to have an optic on here that has just a little more magnification than this 1:6. I'm not going to say I'm not going to use it. I just don't know where its permanent home is going to be yet. I have a really good idea what I want to put this on, so we're probably going to come back and do another video with this. But other than that, I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely reliable. I didn't have any issues with it. The temperature while I was filming that video was 28, 29 degrees. And I have not charged the control module out here on the front. And as you can see, it's still working fine. It wasn't turning slow in the colder weather or anything like that. So reliability-wise, as far as I can tell, it's very reliable. So I'm really excited to hear everyone's comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. Do you have a practical use for it? Do you think it's super cool? Do you think it's stupid? Just sound off in the comments and let me know what you think. And other than that, that's all I got for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. and I'll see you on the next one.